Up next, the Kings taking on the 76ers. For Sacramento, the Stars have aligned, performing better than last season. You can feel the energy and excitement around this club as they continue their upward trend. Sixers, Kings, coming up next. Welcome everyone, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Beard. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. DA, take it away.
Sixers coach Brett Brown helped build this team from ground zero. There were some lean years in Philly. Brown helped set the values and the culture for this team. Brown said, "Can you teach? Can you cultivate relationships? And do you bring energy?" Those three qualities are what I've hoped to create throughout my tenure here. Kevin, mission accomplished.
He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Then there's Richardson. Then it's Simmons. And it's Thibault in at the two-guard spot. For Sacramento. Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Giles in at the 5, roaming the paint. Many players on their best behavior to start the year. Do things get more chippy as the season goes on?
If you're in a marriage, Kevin, let's say, and you had, and you are, let's say you had what's called the honeymoon phase. Yes. Right around December, that's about your 5th year marriage. And guys start to think about, you know what, I keep seeing you every day, and I don't like how it is that I'm playing, and I don't like where we are right now. It's cold in this gym. What is going on? That might spill over occasionally to competition on the field.
Well, because my wife plays this game, watches our broadcast,
yeah.
I'm always in the honeymoon stage.
I'm looking at you, Kevin, and I cannot believe you just said that.
I can't believe he's playing it. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Here's Baxter. And the rejection by Embiid. And here is Simmons. He's coming off a 34-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
That's what I like about Joel Embiid. A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall. All the skill in the world and a personality made for starters.
The 76ers shoot their first free throws here for the night.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
And Embiid drops them both.
Well, a big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Now, here's Fox. 32 22 points for him last game against Washington.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one, seriously put on a passing clinic.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the 76ers. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Now here is Harris. A 14-point game for him in the win against Portland. Richardson, no luck.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Richardson against Fox. To the middle. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Finding more and more ways is De'Aaron Fox to score the basketball. That time gets contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
76% from the line a season ago.
Shooting just one.
Good. Fox.
Well, Fox had quite a year in Kentucky before he decided to turn pro and became the 5th pick in 2017 in the NBA draft.
Here's Bible. This game we saw him score 13. 2 points. That one goes. For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Outside, Fox. Shot. That one falls. He's got a second bucket tonight.
Fox pretty good when he decides to use his speed. He's going to get the defense on their heels.
Harris inside. There's Embiid. And the call is foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
No doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. You just got to make sure they protect him.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Fox off the left rim and out.
And that's how you want to see defense play. Got right up in his face to boggle the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
Here's Bible, and it's good, 2 points. Bible's got his second basket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Fox against Harris. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. Philadelphia leading by 4. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Richardson attacking. A shot, no good. So the Kings will take it the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
You can see it in that game, despite the odds going against them. Once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win.
But once they could taste that upset, they weren't going to let this one slip away. Ferocious in that overtime period.
And it's Barnes with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Ben Simmons.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
good from Barnes. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up three. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Barnes hits them both.
Harrison Barnes, great experience at Golden State, a proven champion on that team, and now entering prime years of his career, trying to be consistent and trying to get a little bit better.
Now here is Harris, and the shot goes in.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Simmons. Great showing for him last season. Last season, put up about 28 points per, 7 assists, and 8 rebounds. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
We really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
The pass to John. Like it's 6. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
As good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has. A guy that wants to get his team involved.
Now, here's Fox. 7 points in the game.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the end one, and this time they're not backing off.
The Kings trail by 6. And stolen by Harris. Now here's Simmons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Second, Joel Embiid.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Outside, Fox. Two-drop shot, and he sinks the layup. Fox has got 9.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Here's Fiber. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's social media, extended TV coverage, lots of distractions for these players, Frank, but some do a terrific job of blocking all that out and keeping their focus.
I think the roles and responsibilities of teams is changing around.
Shoot 2.
Exactly what you're talking about, Kevin. You have to have people within your organization that help these players understand where it is that they have to focus most. And that is your job on the court. And so really good organizations are educating the players on that. They're not just relying on the agents or outside sources. Teams are trying to get in there and impact guys at a young age to make sure that, as you said, that noise is not part of their beginning part of their career.
Look at his strategy. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Sacramento. And he makes both free throws.
And you look at where the Kings are now as an organization. Did a great job with building with the Cousins trade.
Many fans thought it was a bad deal in terms of talent, but there was so much tumult around that locker room with DeMarcus Cousins. It sort of cleared the decks for them to get themselves younger players, hungry to play and hungry to develop. Now Buddy Hield, a huge part of this team's future, along with De'Aaron Fox and possibly Marvin Bagley.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Fox. That shot off. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And already they've taken out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and control.
Tobias Harris just going hard right there to the rim and forcing the refs to call it.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year? 88% from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good for Harris.
Drafted 19th back in 2011 out of Tennessee. Tobias Harris came into the league very, very young, so his experience belying his age and the improvement has been shown over the past couple years.
And Harris drops them both.
You're drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The feed to Dedmon. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And Simmons gets the bucket.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now, here's Fox. 9 points in the game so far. And the basket is good. Fox has got 11 points.
It feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Napier with it. Tobias Simmons. And it's Napier missing.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And here's Harris from the arc. Unable to get that one. Now, Sacramento takes it the other way. Napier with it. Simmons is there. Napier with it. It's an 11-point game for him in the win against Washington. Gordon against Fox. Here's Holmes. Off target from three-point range.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue this. Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Benson is a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
So Napier will bring it up for Sacramento. They trail by 14. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
A football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Sacramento's going over 3-point down. Nothing yet going outside. Feeds it to Fox. That one falls through. It's his sixth make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
This is it to Simmons. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go without the contact. I want to talk, Greg, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. I think that's going to happen.
I don't understand what the divisions are. Do you?
Oh, no.
We don't pay attention to the division.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up a fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise, that could be something that goes away soon.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
And the Kings making a change here. Snell's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
Here's Snell. Pass to Holmes. Here's Snell, covered by Smith. And he uses the glass on the way.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Simmons on the wing. Over Napier. And that one's good. Simmons got 10 points.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
Napier passes to Snell. Knocked away. Napier wishes to go. Will Brenny's bounced around, but late bloomer Dwayne Dedmon making impressive strides in his game.
Yeah, you think about going from a 10-day contract to having a ton of starts as a center. This guy is very skilled, Dedmon, and the ability to go out and shoot the basketball, I think, has raised the most eyebrows about what he can do for your team offensively.
And that one misses.
From the D-League to dominating defensively, Dwayne Dedmon hustling around.
And the Kings making a change here. Erickson's checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Mike Scott's checked in for Ben Simmons. And he's good on the second. 1:32 left in the first quarter. The 76ers leading by 13. Now Smith. He had 13 points against the Trailblazers in Portland.
All around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring now.
Here's Snell, defended by Gordon. Snell, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Snell. 76ers getting the bucket. Three-pointer. Time on the clock. And Baines pulls it down. Now here's Gordon. Not a lot of room. And he converts the layup. And the 76ers lead by 17.
Well, when Eric Gordon's able to find space and dribble that way, the defense has a hard time and is helpless to stop it.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Gordon inside. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And so it's Philadelphia taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll return shortly. Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
Coming from a place where baseball is what's driven to us every time. I mean, I started playing baseball. I didn't play basketball. I started playing baseball, and just watching my dad play basketball, I just fell in love with the game. But people were still telling me, they're like, nobody makes it out of here usually out of basketball. I mean, your dad was a very rare case, and I just believed in it.
Following his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been second up, but plenty of time left in this one. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Boy, their offense looks really good. Everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Shabazz Napier out there with Tony Snell. Then it's Nemanja Bjelica. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Derrickson in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. First one falls for him. And so he hits both. The 76ers leading by 17. Richardson outside. The pass to Smith. Back to Richardson. Shot clock at 6. Horford trying to free himself up. Richardson, good.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Dedmon finds Napier. Fires from the rim. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
It never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
And so here's Sacramento. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Pass to Snell. Nice D from Scott.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
He gets that one.
They are just killing them on the interior.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Tipped away. Here's Gordon. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Now we have the time. Let's take a look at last season's best transition team. The 76ers, number 1.
They love to run. I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
And the first one.
They hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And both free throws good for Napier. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Embiid, the pass to Thibault. Outside, Scott. Passes to Thibault. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, Gordon. Here's Derrickson. Defended by Gordon. Puts it up from 12. And Derrickson gets it to go. Derrickson's got his first points of the game. The 76ers leading by 22. Kicks to Scott.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit it at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Barnes, he's checked in for Sacramento. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Harris is checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Thibault. 8 points for him. Shot clock at 5. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Timing that one well and intimidating.
Here's Barnes. No good. Some solid defense from Harris. Here's Thibault. The 76ers with another miss. Kings have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Baxter passes to Napier. Pass to Barnes. Here's Giles. Knocks it loose from deep 3-point range, and Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Such a long road to recovery from Harry Giles, but so many people rooting for Harry when it is that he makes some kind of plays that remind you of when Giles was one of the top recruits coming out of his high school class, one that included De'Aaron Fox and also Jason Tatum.
And so here's Sacramento. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Bagley, no good. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Richardson attacking. Bagley with the hook. Oh, here comes Barnes all alone. And the dunk by Barnes.
Pretty good floor awareness from Barnes there. When the break is on, he knows how to get out, get wide, run.
And as you said, Brent, with Giles, the potential is there, and that's why they drafted him.
Well, they still think that they're going to explore the massive upside to what Harry Giles represents. Great size, great skill, and it's about him just feeling more and more confident in the health of his body to be able to produce like we've seen on some nights here, Kevin.
And he gets the bucket. Thibault's got 10 points in the game.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now, here's Napier. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Kings have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
At the line for your Kings, Shabazz. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Harry Giles. And the 76ers also making a change. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And both free throws good for Napier. And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. Puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. Harris climbs in. Good on the shot.
Yeah, Tobias too strong. Gets inside. Not going to be tonight.
Shooting one.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Sacramento making a switch here. Fox is checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Harris. Brett, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feeling of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time, coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
All about communication.
That communication and communication as quick as you possibly can. That's an important factor.
Here's Barnes. The 76ers getting the bucket. It's over Embiid. Barnes can't get it to go.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact on it.
Yes, that goes in.
Well, the more Fox does that, the more he's going to be looked at like a leader.
Simmons dishes to Scott. And here is Simmons. 10 points for him. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Embiid, no good. Sacramento's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Outside, Fox. They get the rebound. They shoot again. He takes it up and plays it in.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
The 76ers leading by 23. Simmons on the wing. Guarded by Fox. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Poked away. And now the 76ers on the break. Puts it up from 15. A putback.
Tobias has a good frame and has good strength. I like to see him go in there and put it to good use on the offensive glass.
Fox against Simmons. Fox passes to Barnes. Sacramento gets it back. Holmes throws it down.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. Simmons with it. Outguarded by Fox. Here's Thibault. 12 points for him. To the paint. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
Simmons inside. Covered by
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. For Philadelphia, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. Tony Snell's checked in for Sacramento.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And the Kings shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Now the pass to Fox. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Continuing to expand his offensive game. Fox off to a good start.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. Bielitsa, he checks in for Bagley. Al Horford's checked in for Philadelphia.
Shooting just one.
And the free throw, no good. And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Harris kicks to Simmons. And stolen by Bielitsa. Fox goes in. The shot's good. Fox has got 4 this quarter.
So shifty. Fox gets in there anytime he wants to.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Simmons hit balls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
It's stolen by Harris.
Yo, man up with Tobias.
That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Solid in the first. Fantastic here in the second. He was just waiting for the moment.
Simmons against Fox. Shot by Bielitsa and nobody around. Good and a nice assist from Fox.
Bielitsa, when he gets those feet set, that shot looks so good.
Pass to Harris. A 3-ball. 76ers with the new shot clock. Horford no luck. The Kings shooting in the second quarter around 42%. Barnes finds Fox. And for another field goal. Sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Becoming more confident and a little bit more poised in terms of how he scores his De'Aaron Fox.
Simmons dishes to Smith. Passes it to Horford. 6 to shoot. He had to fade back on that one, but still got it to go. Horford's got his first basket.
Looking at that opportunity, how Horford thought about it, took it, cashed in.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Barnes. 6 points for him. Shoots. Goes back up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Tobias Harris, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Philadelphia. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
We played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. What a game it's been for Tobias Harris. he ended up with 17 points, 2 steals, and 3 rebounds. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this lead will continue to grow.
Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game. Better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they can forget about a comeback.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Sacramento, their shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Taking a look at the 76ers. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Thibault in at the 2. To the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Fox. Rebound by the 76ers. Harris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. And so here's Sacramento after Ben Simmons' bucket. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Some fouls out there can be smart. That's one. Bagley too good inside, so hold him down.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Marvin Bagley, the 2nd overall pick in the 2018 draft. It's another step forward for him this year.
And so Bagley nails them both. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Simmons on the wing. There's Embiid. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Embiid's got 12 points in the game.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Here's Fox, and it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
Richardson, no luck. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
Now here's Simmons. 16 points for him. Now the feed to Harris. And stolen by Barnes. Dishes it to Fox. And no good that time. Now the 76ers take it the other way.
No doubt he's struggling right now on the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here's Barnes. He's got 6. Here's Bagley. Second chance effort. Offensive rebound. And another shot. Barnes can't get it to go.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 21. Rejected by Harris.
Every so often, Tobias Harris showing you something defensively and great timing to throw that one away.
Here's Richardson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Harrison Barnes picks one up. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Grady's done it for a while.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
Two shot.
That's good for Richardson.
Remember Josh Richardson, a second-round pick. He has come a long way in this league in a short time. A great athlete who shoots it well and enjoys playing the D.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Erickson's checked in, and it's Napier in for De'Aaron Fox. The 76ers also with a sub. Gordon's checked in. And Richardson drops them both. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Napier with it. Pass to Erickson. Takes the three. Good. And it's Napier with the assist that time. Erickson's got 5 points so far.
That's pretty much not how they would defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Gordon finds Harris. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Embiid, the pass to Gordon. No good that time. And the Kings going the other way now. Here's Baxter. Good D by Embiid.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Now, here's Napier. Scooped up.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Here's Derrickson. After Eric Gordon's bucket, Derrickson passes to Napier. Shot clock at 6. Here's Baxter. Sacramento again missing.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
Richardson the pass to Embiid, and the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. Last season, he played outstanding. Second in blocks, 5th in rebounding, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And as you said, just a notch below the leader in blocks last season. He gives a tremendous effort. Absolutely one of the best rim protectors in the league. Here's Derrickson. 5 points in the game. Here's Giles. There's the pass to Baxter. Offline with his three.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that defense.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
76, Josh Richardson. Taking 2 shots.
2 shots.
That's good for Richardson. And the Kings making a change here. Dedmon's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Scott's checked in. And Richardson drops them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And Napier will bring it up for Sacramento. Pass to Derrickson. Dedmon, the bounce pass. Here's Bagley. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Now the 76ers with it. They're on an 18-7 run. It's stolen by Bagley. One-on-one here. Here's Napier, and it's blocked by Simmons. The 76ers have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Outside Gordon, over Baxter, and Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by Simmons. And that's 10 points for Eric Gordon.
And once Eric Gordon receives that pass, he's just rising up, so a natural rhythmic jump shot.
Here's Baxter. The teardrop falls in.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is.
Now here's Embiid. He's got 14. Richardson attacking. That one, no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
76ers ball.
This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. The 76ers, number 1.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
Right side, Simmons. Richardson outside. He kicks it to Gordon. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. A 3 from Simmons. Rebound by the Kings. Bagley's got 7 rebounds in the game. Derrickson passes to Baxter. Now here's Napier. Guarded by Simmons. Here's Bagley. Out to the right wing. Baseline jumper. Rebound by the 76ers.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Simmons passes to Gordon. Over Baxter. Here's Embiid. Even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And finished off by Bagley.
Bagley punishing the defense that time.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. Pass to Simmons. Kicks it to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists now in the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Napier. And it's blocked by Scott. Outside Gordon. Bagley with the block. Here's Derrickson. He has 5. Now Napier. Pass to Bagley. Right on the bucket. Bagley's got 6 here in this quarter.
Takes contact, and a good job of Bagley fighting through at that time.
Now here's Simmons, guarded closely. The rebound by Garrettson. Kings shooting at a 52% clip from the field. They're just not executing. The pass to Nate. Angley takes to Nate. Over Simmons. Simmons with the defensive effort. Philadelphia dictating the flow. Outside, Scott. There's the three. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Baxter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his second personal foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Baxter. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
No good on that. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Good on the second free throw. Here's Thibault. 14 points for him. Pass to Horford. Here's Thibault. Shot from 12. It doesn't go for him. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And even though he stands 6'10", Holmes plays taller than that.
He does mostly, Kevin, because of that length. I mean, he stretches out and uses that quick jump and can block some shots and detour a few guys from trying to do some things offensively.
Here's Smith. After the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Outside, Simmons. Passes it to Baines. Smith for 3. It's good from long range. Smith's got 6.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
.36 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Baxter. Offensive rebound. Dedmon uses the glass to finish the way. He has 5.
Well, if you don't box him out, you're a dead man.
19 seconds left to play here in the third. And here's Smith. 6 points for him. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he was 73% from the line a season ago. Average number in that regard.
First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 6 seconds left to play in the third. From deep. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Philadelphia going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here's Bolden. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court for Sacramento. They've got Tony Snell. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's James in at the shooting guard position. Ennis passes to Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Not a shot the coaches are going to draw up often for him, and he makes it with the defense closing in.
Now here's James. Pass to Joseph. How often do players argue calls knowing that they know they're going after something that was the correct call?
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react to it like something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office? I want to get my side up. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
You may have done a lot of that.
I tried to avoid that, Kevin. Like,
did you?
Oh yeah. I don't think it's healthy for you and your reputation.
Now here's Joseph. Back to Bielitsa. Over Ennis. Bielitsa with the bucket.
Gaining in the court just a little bit here.
And Philadelphia has possession. Ennis with the ball. And there's the pass to Smith. They get a hand on it. Korkmaz passes to Smith. 5 to shoot. Back to Korkmaz. Lets it go from deep. And James pulls it down. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Joseph has an open look. No good on the 3. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. They get it back. Up and in on the layup.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now here's James. And the foul called on Korkmaz. That is his first foul of the game. Brett, we're talking about home court advantage. Do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory. But it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar. Something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
Now here is Smith. Here's Ennis. Out left to the wing. Korkmaz passes to Smith. Here's Ennis. And the 3 off target. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Joseph. No shot that time, not on target. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Pass to Korkmaz. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
What a play there, the hoop plus the harm.
One shot.
many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this. Does it make it harder or easier for the super team?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there?
I don't want to get into the specifics.
Okay, I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. The Kings getting the bucket. Here's Bolden. It's good. The assist that time for Menace. Bolden's got his first bucket of the night.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now Joseph passes it to Snell from outside the arc. A three-pointer is right on target.
They are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Now here's Ennis. He kicks it to Smith. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forget what coaches. No. Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game. Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. Quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time. Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that.
Here's Korkmaz. Kicks to Ennis. It's tipped and stolen by Bielitsa. Here's Snell. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Thursday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets.
And that game against the Clippers, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Smith. Ennis passes to Smith. Counter. Smith's got 10 points here in the second half.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And here is Joseph. Pass to Snell. Well, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win.
I'd like to see more.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of their travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Here's James after the Sixers pick up 2. And the pass to Joseph. Poke loose. Here's Holmes. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Korkmaz. Rebound by Bielitsa.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball.
Well, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
And the Kings making a change here. Erickson's checked in. Now here is Smith. Pass to Ennis. And bird rights an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if a player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Sacramento. And the second free throw, good. Here's Joseph. Now here's James. Outside, Joseph. It's the teardrop. Rebound by the 76ers. Baines has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Ennis taking his time here. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his first personal foul.
For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. Now, I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
That one is no good. And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Dedmon in the corner. James, the pass to Snell. Over Ennis. Holden pulls it in. Holden's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Passes it to Baines. Here's Korkmaz. Tries again, and it's denied. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. Here's Joseph. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Derrickson. Shot clock at 5. Again, the miss by the Kings. Philadelphia's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Pass to Korkmaz. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. The pass to Smith. Baines inside. Edmonds there. Here's Smith. That one a little long. The Kings shooting the pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Snell, no good. Philadelphia dictating the flow. Smith outside. Pass to Ennis. Launches a 3. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his third assist on the night.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Philadelphia.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. You could have thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Ben Simmons.
Serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
Now here's Ennis. From deep three-point range, they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Kings ball.
And the Kings with possession. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Joseph, the pass to Derrickson. From 13 feet, it goes down.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Smith kicks to Korkmaz. Here's the teardrop. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Here's Snell, a three, gets the bucket. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Al. You guys do it as a five-man unit on the floor. How did you come together for this win?
Just taking good shots on offense, trying to, getting stops on defense. We challenged every shot. We just played hard tonight.
Great effort and a big win, Al. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. And we'll see you next time.